today on behalf of the MineSAFE Organising Committee. And this organising committee, our leader Tom, is unfortunately not here, but it's really a privilege again, after I think the 6th year, to be together. Really, MineSAFE has its goal to bring about really a culture of learning. There are huge opportunities for all the various disciplines, environmental health, safety, and so on, to get together and to network, but also to learn from one another. And today's event is really about honouring those minds and those individuals that have excelled during the year and that we're really proud of. You know that we're an industry that represents $2.5 trillion. We have an order of 500,000 people working at our mines and in our mines, and 800,000 jobs have been created and sustain mining in a sense. So I'd like to welcome, really a warm welcome to all our VIPs. There's quite an exhaustive list, but for Impala Platinum, well, let's start with first the associations. The Association of Mine Managers is Andy Brown.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all the VIP guests who seem to be too numerous to say everyone's name, but welcome here today. I'd like to give an overview of the last 2 days, what transpired. Unfortunately, Tom couldn't be with us today. He is the organising chairman of this MineSAFE, and he's done an excellent job. Unfortunately, he couldn't see it through to the end. He had a prior arrangement this last week. To quote Tom from this book in his foreword that he put out, it's a very good foreword that he's written, and I suggest, or I recommend that people would take the time to read it. And it says, the main aim of the MineSAFE conference is to bring together all industry players to share our knowledge and to work together towards one common purpose, the safety and health of all who are part of our industry. I think in a nutshell that says it all.
Yes, good morning everybody, morning ladies and gentlemen. It's really a great pleasure for me to be able to stand here. Last week I was duly inducted as the president for the next year. I'm very proud to be able to hold that position in the 120th year of the existence of the Southern African Institute of Mining and Metallurgy. And to be party to an event such as this, it is with a great sense of pride that we are able to put on an event such as this, which brings so many different stakeholders together in industry on such an important topic. And I'd also like to echo the sentiment that Andy just expressed, in that it is difficult at the moment within the mining industry. When the hammer's down, people tend to be pulled back too tight, and people are chased underground to make sure that the work is done productively and safely. So to allow people to come through to an event like this is very, very important. And I'd like to touch on it.
Program Director, Mr. Erasmus, my colleague, Mr. Brown, who gave a very focused and informative summary of the events of this conference so far. Mr. Porter, for sharing your insights on the SAIMM. Distinguished guests, fellow miners, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor and a privilege for us to address the 2014 MineSAFE final session on behalf of the South African Colliery Managers Association, of their teams, and I repeat, on behalf of their teams.
Good day, everyone, and thank you, Jack, for the introduction. I'm particularly pleased, as well as the president of the MMA, to be here to celebrate with all the mining companies and the teams for the safety achievements that we've had in the past year. We know that safety, it is not just like a KPI that we had to achieve, but safety is part of our human.
Firstly, I just wanted to announce that this morning we had a seismic event of about 4.6 in the western area. And I'm pleased to announce that our mines around the Gauteng area have reported that there were no injuries or structural damages at the mines as a result of the seismic event, except for a power failure, which only took about 30 minutes to be restored at Sibanye Gold Kloof 4 and 7 shaft. The issues relating to health and safety and mines took a center stage. There was a change in the landscape. As we were busy enjoying these outcomes of elections, happy, early in August, we had a huge earthquake, which recorded about 5.5 on the Richter scale. But unfortunately, we had one person who died, who was not a mine worker, but who lived in the nearby village, a mining village, where when a wall fell, and then he passed, and in the mining, the areas that were mostly affected were the Klerksdorp mines. We visited Moab Koso. We were given a presentation and we were taken through on all the action plans that were taken after that seismic event. There were no serious injuries. 34 miners were slightly injured, and there were no damages reported on the shaft infrastructure, which was very...
As we start with switching channels, what's going to happen is I'll be the guy at home watching channels, and I'll flick between them, and you guys will see what happens. Hilarity ensues. Please introduce your channels one more time.
The news.
I am Supersport. No, I'm the news.
Top Gear.
Top Gear, the news, and Supersport. Can I just ask a quick question? Can you all hear Mojack in the middle here?
Hello, hi.
Okay, fantastic.
Me, check one, yes.
All right, then we will start with Ryan.
This Saturday, the Springboks take on the Pumas in Argentina, and all players stay the same except one who drowned
In a mass protest outside of the courthouse. Many people are protesting over a lack of service delivery that has occurred
In the back seats. 3 people can sit here comfortably as you drive down the lane and going to school, to town, or to visit your grandfather. This car is brilliant.
with a bouncer, which he took from Dale Steyn on the chin. And that was called a no ball, and Dale Steyn was fined
for the CPI index, which is going to make house rentals go up this much.
And
iPads. Fingers are too fat to navigate. They should make iPads for miners. Good afternoon. Good day, everyone. Thanks for this prestigious award. Zanele and myself are really honored to be here. It's with great honor that I address you at this auspicious event. My pride and honor is tempered with humility, knowing that an event could occur at any moment at any one of our operations globally. Even as I speak, my colleagues at the operations are looking for their people, ensuring that the controls are in place and that everyone knows and understands and follows these controls. Having no fatalities for the financial year must really become a culture, and it really must be the way we do things around here. So how did we at BHP Billiton achieve this milestone? I take you back to around 2003 at the time of the merger between BHP and Billiton. A common set of controls was required, and our HSEC teams analyzed the fatalities from the mining industry going back to the early 90s. They concluded that there were some fundamental controls which, had they been in place, would have prevented the vast majority of these fatal events. From this was born what we call the Fatal Risk Control Protocol, which is a set of minimum requirements for equipment and processes and, in fact, behaviors. Absolute obedience or compliance was demanded from our operations globally, and slowly the total recordable frequency began to drop, the TRIF began to drop. We noted with some concern, though, that fatalities were not being eliminated. And we realized that there was some correlation between TRIF and fatalities, but that it wasn't that strong.
For your 13 statistics, and then to maintain a zero into the new year. I think you'll agree with me, the first platinum mine, you get this prestigious zero. Well done to... To stand up here, and you're doing it on behalf of your union associations, your entire mine group, those peers that are slogging away, the frontline supervisors, the team leaders. What a wonderful opportunity. I really impress upon everybody, please make time to go to these mines and go and see what they're doing. Understand how the MOSH, learning how matters are being implemented there. What is in their culture that you might not have? So, it's something to do. I don't think we do enough of that, and it's not business as usual, so please get to the mines. If we get to the next category, which is the base mines, base and metal, the diamond difference mines, it's really interesting again to see what their sort of mean is. Remember the previous means that have just been spoken of. Their mean for the previous year was 5.82, so you had to be in that category, and the range was 19 down to 0.25. And I think this is the grouping that improved most during the year under review. Their mean has now reduced, as I said, from 5.82 to 1.61, and the range they now look at is 2.45 to 0.1. So a 72% improvement. Well done to the diamond guys. I mean, they're doing something that we need to follow. If we look in the second position,
organized labor, ladies and gentlemen, other protocols observed.
I may quickly give you a little bit of history of the John T. Ryan Award. I know it's been a pretty long day, so we'll try and keep this as upbeat and as efficient as possible. Okay, the John T. Ryan Award was introduced first in Canada in 1941. It was issued by the Canadian Institute of Mining, Metallurgy and Petroleum. And in 1996, it was introduced in Chile, 1999 in Peru. It is an MSA-sponsored award on a global basis, and it's issued in recognition of our former founder, John T. Ryan, and some of the good work that is done around the world by various mining operations. Here in South Africa, a little bit closer to home, this award was introduced at this specific function at MineSAFE 2011, and we are very proud to be associated with this prestigious function. So, who's John T. Ryan? John Thomas Ryan was involved in safety in the coal mines, and particularly in the area that he worked in at the time, found that the safety record was actually quite dismal. He did some analysis on some of the statistics and found that in 1 year there were 100 fatalities within a 100-mile radius. Quite staggering if you think about it in comparison to today's statistics that was demonstrated here. There were in fact 6 fatalities for every 1 million tons of coal that was mined. So in 1914,
so the winner is, if I may go back one again, is Waterfall Import. Is Hobson Yankees. Well done, Hobson. If you look at the 4 gentlemen on stage, they know who the competition is, they know what they need to do for next year. Just want to say there's no pressure. Would you like to announce the winner? Right, and the winner is, of these 4 gentlemen for the year 14, William Parsi, national winner.